First day of boot camp. Tell me how you feel.
Oh, you taking a video? I feel good. I was telling the instructor, I was like, because she asked how I felt. I was like, well, I died a few times out there, but I came, I came back to life. She's like, well, I'm glad you're back. Yeah, it was rough. I hadn't done it in like 4 years, so
What was the first song they played that inspired you?
I don't remember which song it was, but it was DMX. I do remember that. I think it might have been "What I Really Want."
Mm.
You know that
Yeah.
one. So I felt motivated when I heard DMX.
Nice.
But I don't remember any songs after that. It was all a blur.
You saw any familiar faces?
Yeah, of course, Christina was there. I saw her cousin. These two ladies at work, where I work, they were there. So
Did at any time your body tell you to stop?
yes, and I did.
You stopped.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, like you go through each station and you work out for like 2 minutes, but like each minute you get like a 5 second rest. So you work out a minute, you get a 5 second rest, and then you work out a minute, you get a 5 second rest, and then you rotate to the next station. And it was like every 3 stations you had to run laps. So I would run like, well, jog like a whole lap, and then I would start walking a little bit. But when we first started, we stretched, and then we went outside and ran a big lap. And I ran, so like you go downhill and then you turn and you need to come back uphill. And I got to the top of that hill, I had to stop. I started walking. And then I jogged a little bit more. We had to do that twice.
Okay.
It was a stop and go. You know, you rest for a few seconds and then you do it again. You don't just stop completely.
Well, that's what I was talking about. Like, maybe you was ready to just quit.
No, I wasn't ever gonna quit. I knew I could do it. I could get through it. Like one station was burpees, and I can't do a burpee. I hate burpees. And
But you fought through it.
But they had a modified burpee, so I did that. It was like, instead of, you know how you like go down and you kick your feet back,
Mm-hmm.
you could step your feet back. So I stepped my feet back.
Okay.
I didn't do the kick because that hurts my back. So
Sweat equity. How much do you feel like
I had
you
a
gained?
towel with me, and I know like every 30 seconds I was wiping sweat off of my forehead. So I was sweating pretty well.
You going back?
Pretty good. Yeah, I'm going back Thursday. Today's Tuesday. It's Tuesday and Thursday, and that's it.
What's your beginning numbers looking like?
Bad. Most I've weighed in my entire life. So at the gym, it was 226.2. And then I don't remember exactly the BMI and body fat percentage, but both of them were like in the 40s. One was like 42, the other was 44 or something like that. So I'm at least 40% body fat.
What's your goals?
I don't know about the body fat percentage goal. I'll have to look that up to see like where doctors say I should be for my height and age and all that. But
Just a rough estimate goal for yourself.
I would like to be, but I mean ultimately probably in the 20s. But like short term goal, at least get below 40. You know, just a little at a time.
What about your weight? What's your weight number?
I want to be 175 by the time I turn 40. So I was thinking about this last night, and
ooh, that's a great goal.
that is about 50 pounds in the next 6 months, because I got 6 months until my 40th birthday.
You can do it.
So I think 50 pounds in 6 months, that's about 2 pounds a week, which is good. It's a good attainable goal.
Very obtainable.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. I can support you. Whatever you need, including bacon when you get back.
You'll make me some bacon when I get home.
Work on, supporting you any way I can to make your journey easier. So good looking, baby.
Thank you.
Look at yourself. Looking over at yourself right there.
She like, girl. What you talking about? She is looking at me like, whatever.
Nah, you gonna do it. You gonna rock that joint. All right,
Yeah.
day one. Wow.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. I just made it through day 2 of boot camp. These are the circuits. Oh, man. Deadlifts. Laps. Day 2. Long way to go. Day 2 of boot camp. It was a little bit easier to get through the stations, even though I was dealing with soreness, man. My legs, the top of my thighs were so sore. So I stretched some before I came. We stretched before we started, and then we stretched again when we ended. So as far as like breathing, I was able to pace myself a little better this time. Since last time was my first time, I didn't know how far I could go before I gave out a breath or whatever. So I was able to control my breathing a little better this time. Definitely still hard, very difficult. But I made it. I think I sweated a little more this time, which is weird. Or maybe I noticed it more because I had my glasses on. So they're fogging up. I had to keep taking my glasses off and wiping my sweat. Last time I wore my contacts, but halfway through the day I ended up getting a headache. So I figured I'd try it with my glasses this time, because I tend to get a headache with those contacts in. That gray hair right there. But yeah, I sweat in my head the most. But we made it. Today is Thursday, April 15th. We go back on Tuesday. So I gotta figure out something else to do between now and Tuesday, because I can't rest. I gotta keep moving. So I figured something out. The cool thing is, when you sign up for boot camp, you get full access to the gym. During boot camp is 6 weeks long, and I'm doing the 101, so it's, I guess, a little bit more of a beginner level. And you go Tuesday and Thursday, and the regular boot camp is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So the 101, you only work out 2 days a week, but you have full access to the gym during those 6 weeks, and they have all kinds of stuff here. Like, they got a pole fitness studio. So they have pole dancing. I don't know if you can see that. Pole dancing. They have spin. They got all kinds of weight equipment. They have bar. I think Christina's in the bar class now, where it's like guess you do some stretching or ballet or something on the bar. They have like a hula class. I don't even know what all. They got all kinds of classes though. So that's cool. You have full access. So I can come back anytime between now and Tuesday and do some other stuff so that my muscles don't just stiffen up. That's what Tracy was saying. The worst thing you can do when you're sore is to stop moving. And yesterday I did that. Yesterday was my day off. I was like, oh my God, I'm so tired. My legs are so sore. I walked up and down the stairs at home a few times, you know, just to go to the kitchen and back to work. But it was so hard getting up and down those stairs because it's like the top of my thigh and right above my knee. Oh, that's where it hurt the worst. Today we did a whole lot of booty exercises. So we did a lot of squats and lunges. Jumping jacks type workout and running. Always running. It's like every 3 stations is laps, run around the gym. But yeah, I sat still. I didn't do any exercise yesterday. So I'm assuming that's why I was so sore today. I probably should have at least went walking yesterday, and I wanted to, but I ended up doing some others. I ended up working with some resin because resin was calling my name. So I worked with that instead of walking. So maybe today I'll find some time to go walking a little later on. But that's enough chitter chatter. Day 2, y'all. 6 weeks, 2 days a week, so I've got 12 days total. I measured last night and took some pictures of my stomach. At least that's like the main thing that I want to lose. And of course this right here, you can see this in everything. So that's in the pictures. But other than that, you know, my booty and thighs, man, don't want me to lose none of that. But I told him they were smaller when I met him, so I gotta at least get back to where I was when I met him. Yeah, lose some of them hips. That'll be the first thing to go to. My boobs and my butt are first, and then I guess you can kind of see it coming down in my face, and then it just kind of works its way down. And of course, I'm out of meat and vegetables. The only thing I got left is green beans. So I gotta go to the grocery store and get some meat and vegetables. This is officially day 4 of boot camp. I didn't make it this morning, so I had to come to the evening class, but I made it. It's definitely harder in the evening because I ate like 30 minutes to an hour before I got here, and I just felt like my food was about to come up. So it's easier doing it in the mornings before I have anything to eat. Today was cardio and endurance, so we did a lot of more moving than weights, and I made it. Whew. morning. I'm out here walking by myself. You know, I used to do things by myself, and I was used to it. Then I started getting used to doing things with my partner, and I got used to it. So, gotta get back in the mind frame of sometimes you just gotta do stuff by yourself. And that's okay. I'm the only person that can lose this weight, so I gotta keep going, whether anybody joins me or not. So, I'm out here. Hey y'all. So I missed an entire week last week of boot camp, and which is only 2 days a week. So, but anyway, the first day I just stayed up too late the night before playing cards with Maine and his mama and his grandma. And I just didn't feel like getting up the next morning. So that was the one day that I missed. And then the second day, I had every intention of going, but had a family emergency. But I made it back today. It wasn't bad. I'm sure it would have been better if I hadn't have missed those 2 days. But we did strength today, and where we had to do you would start like with a lightweight, and then you would switch over to a heavier weight, and then you would switch over to a heavier. So you would do that like 5 times at each station, and it just got heavier. So, and then of course we had laps. Did like some jumping jacks, squats, but it was mostly focused on that heavier weight. So I made it through week 5. I haven't lost any weight. Well, I'll take that back. I've lost about maybe 3 pounds, which is better than nothing. I'm not sitting where I was, you know. Working on eating better, because that's where most of the weight loss comes from. Kitchen. Get physique in the gym, lose weight in the kitchen. But yeah, that's my rant for today. Hey y'all, today is the last day of the first session of boot camp. So day 12, which is week 6. I've been going 2 days a week, and I just finished the last session. So I graduated the first session of boot camp. We get a week off, and then I signed up for the next session. So this week was harder than the rest of the weeks, because they made the weights heavier, and it was focused more on like one part of the body. So like on Tuesday we did legs, and oh my God, my legs were so sore. Like trying to go down steps, that was hard. But I did some stretching, and so it felt a little better. And then today we worked on our arms. So we did a lot of bicep curls and presses. We did like elevated push-up where you got one arm up on the bench and then you're doing a push-up. I think that was the hardest one for me, when I had my left arm up on the bench. So yeah, that was rough. And then of course we have laps like in between. You do like maybe 3 stations and then you run a couple of laps around the gym. What else? But yeah, it was pretty good. I'm glad that I was sore because, kind of, it was working. I don't think I was really sore many other days, I guess because the weights weren't that heavy. But they definitely got heavier towards the end. So I signed up for bootcamp 101 again, which is 2 days a week, and I'll have this week off and then I'll go back. And I've only been doing bootcamp. I hadn't been doing any other workouts. I should, but I didn't want to jump into it. I think a lot of people make the mistake of jumping so far into something that they drown. It becomes too much too fast. So I wanted to ease my way into it. I haven't been strictly on the meal plan, but I've been doing, I'd say about 70% I've been following the meal plan. And I lost 3 pounds according to the gym scale. So when I started 6 weeks ago, I was 226 here, but I was 224 at home. So I guess that is, clothes and shoes, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I had some water before I got here or something, but it fluctuates like that. So then this morning I weighed at home and I was 220. And then when I weighed here, I was 223. So 3 pounds ish. Not the goal I had in mind, but it is an accomplishment. Plus I've gained muscle, and muscle is more dense than fat. So I'll be measuring when I get home and see if there's any difference there. Hopefully I'll have lost, in the inches area, because it's not all about weight. So yeah, I'll come back on after I've measured. See y'all. Okay, so my results weren't quite what I had planned, but there was progress. So not to be discouraged. If anyone is following me, trying to be encouraged, sometimes progress is slow, and it also shows that you get out what you put in. So I've gradually put in. I haven't went very aggressively. So I think this next time I'll, kick it up a notch so that I can meet my goals a little sooner. 3 pounds in 6 weeks is minimal, but I do feel better. And one of my struggles that I had was getting up early in the morning. So getting over that hump, I am getting up earlier now. So that helps. There are things called non-scale victories. So I definitely have those that aren't, weight related. I can actually do the exercises without passing out. The first time I did it, it was like oh my God, it was so hard. I made it through, but it was very hard. And so, not saying that it's gotten easy, but it is easier than the first time. So those things I have accomplished. I have changed some of my eating habits. I do eat better and drink more water, but I do know that, you know, I'm not drinking a gallon of water a day, which I should be trying to reach a gallon. So just little tweaks like that I need to make in order to make the next one more successful. But it is an accomplishment to make it through 6 weeks of boot camp. And I think that any journey it takes time to get where you're going. And so I'm documenting this for my progression, to show my progression and hopefully encourage somebody else. I can see the end result is going to be beautiful, and I know it's going to take time to get there. And trying to balance with all all the things that I have going on right now. Yeah, it has been a challenge trying to work in working out. So that's one reason why I chose the 6 a.m. class, because I was just sleeping at 6 a.m. anyway. So that helped me get that class in. And as far as eating, meal prep, it takes time. Oh my God, it takes time, it takes money. So going to the grocery store, for me, is like a 2-hour trip. I don't know why it takes me so long, but I'm in there for a long time. And then trying to prep, like if I try to prep meals, it takes a day. If I'm gonna do it for a whole week, it's gonna take me all day. So I prep meals not only for myself, but for my family. So it takes a little more time to do it for more people. And my refrigerator only holds so much. So I haven't been doing like the whole week at one time. So I might do it maybe twice a week to try to keep this stuff a little fresher and save space in the refrigerator. But it just takes time. It's a journey. So I'm not discouraged. I'm celebrating my 3 pounds and my 3/4 of an inch on my stomach, and my being able to get up in the mornings and make it through these workouts. So I'm celebrating all the things that are making me healthier. I'm just here to share my journey. And for the next video, I guess you tell me, leave in the comments, do you want me to make it a compilation like this one and just post the next one in 6 weeks? Or if you want to see like smaller individual videos to post more often so that you can be updated weekly maybe. Just let me know in the comments how often you want to see it. But yeah, until next time, stay healthy, y'all.